much better and I'm ready for spring and summer. I'm finally ready. I'm all cleaned up. Yeah, you all cleaned up? Yeah? You want to go run around? I know, ever since you got your hair cut, you've been running around like a crazy person. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Francisco Fiber. This is my knitting podcast and fiber podcast where we talk about all things knitting and crafty goodness and yeah, fiber arts. I'm excited to be here with you guys and to talk to you about what I have been knitting because I have finished a couple of things and have started, well, I'm about to start some new stuff. So yay, I'm excited. Alright, so my first of all, it is, what is it? It is May 30th. So my oldest son just turned 13 yesterday. Happy birthday, Caden. And it is his last day of school today. And then my two elementary kids, last day is tomorrow. So we are almost through the school year. We're gonna make it, huh? We're gonna make it. And yeah, we're gonna start some summer. We don't have any big trips or anything planned, but we will go to Southern Utah a few times. And actually, we just got back from Southern Utah. We were there for Memorial Day weekend. We have a cabin there that the boys like to go and hang out in. And my mother-in-law and I hang out, knit, sew, shop, watch Downton Abbey, pet the dogs, drink a Coke, you know, just the good stuff. So while the boys go fishing and all that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. We like it down there, huh? They have a schnauzer as well named Katie, and Sophie and Katie get along very well, don't you? Hey, do you like Katie? Yeah, you like Katie? Yeah, she likes Katie, so. All right, let's get started. So I have two FOs today. The first one I am wearing, this is the Poppy Tee by Petite Knits, and it is knit in Ella Rae Cashmerino Sport. It is, so it's a cashmerino and, so cashmere, merino, and acrylic blend. And it is great. It's sport weight. It's so nice. It's very comfortable. I've been wearing it a ton. I know, I'm gonna have to put you down because you want me to pay. I know, I'm sorry, but I have to talk to the people. She's on her way. So this color is the Clementine. So it's a nice like orangey red. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I knit this on a US 4 for the body and a US 2 for the ribbing. I love this ribbing because it starts with a purl bump, and so it has that like nice detail. If you can see it kind of has like a nice little detail there, a little ridge. And then, yeah, and it does that on all of it. And then I used the US 2. I think it calls for a 2.5, which I didn't have. So I just went down to a 2, and it is wonderful. It fits very nice. It's a different kind of construction. I don't know if it's like considered contiguous or something else, someone else's method. I am not sure, but you do the back first, and then you pick up and do some front, and then you attach, and then you do like raglan increases for the sleeve, but it makes it look like it's an inset sleeve without it being an inset sleeve. You don't have to sew it in afterwards. You sew it all at once. So it was really awesome. I love the fit of it. I think it's probably one of my best fitting knits to date. So I love that. So yeah, I keep thinking of all the different colors that I would knit this in, which is the only shirt I've ever knit more than once is Rebecca Crow's, or the Creabea Tolsta tee. That's it. That's the only one I've knit more than once. So the thought that I want to knit it again, I think makes it a great win. Yeah, I love it. So nice. And it knit up really fast. What were the dates on that? I started on April 30th and I finished it on May 22nd. So that's less than a month. That's like 3 weeks. Yeah, 2-3 weeks. Perfect. I love it. So nice. All right, my other finished project I knit over the long weekend. Andrea Mowry was having her long weekend knit along for spring, and she was doing the traveler hat, and so I knit the traveler hat. I knit most of it in the car to Southern Utah. It's about 3.5 hours for us to drive down there, 3.5 hours back, but this hat did not take long at all. I'll put it on for you. And it is just, I love the way it fits. I think it fits fabulous. So it kind of looks like it ribs this way and then it ribs this way at the crown, but it's because you have like pearl. And it's just really nice. And then it decreases in 4 areas and it's just beautiful. So I knit this with my hand spun and then I mixed it with a mohair that I had just laying around. So I don't even know if it had tags on it. So, but it turned out beautiful, soft, fluffy. I haven't blocked it. I don't know if I'm going to. Maybe I will, just so it sits well in the drawer. But as for it being on my head, I think it already fits really nice. Because I was using hand spun, it wasn't exactly gauge, and I have a little head. So I knit somewhere between the youth and the adult small size. I think I put on 108 stitches and I used size 6 needles. So, but then I just followed the pattern and it worked out because it worked out. So no issues. I love it. I think it's probably, I just like the way it fits. And I like that it doesn't like stick up, but it's also not like scrunching my head. So I think it looks good. Like I said, I have a really small head, so sometimes a hat that does fit really close makes me feel a little like my head's too small. I need some fluffy hair to make my head look bigger. Hi, you came back. Hi. Am I sitting in here talking and I'm not talking to you and you don't know what to do about that? I know. I know. Alright, I have 2 whips that I'm working on. This is going to be a short podcast because I'm just zooming through this. So I have 2 whips that I'm working on. Hi. I know, but I need to talk to them. This is going to be the Sophie podcast. Alright, so the first whip that I am working on is a test knit for Taylor Owen. She has a podcast, so you can check her out. I'll leave it linked. And it's a cardigan. I'm not sure when this cardigan is going to come out because the test knit goes till August. But it is a cardigan. It has I think a ribbed button band. What I like about this is that it has a lot of positive ease around the chest, and then it cinches in and you like decrease down to the waist. And I really like that because I'm bigger at my bust than I am at my waist. And so sometimes I knit shirts, I measure my upper bust to get which size I'm going to knit, but then sometimes it's still like things just hang and they don't have a lot of shape. So I'm realizing that I'm gonna just tilt it just a little bit. So the it just hangs. And so this is going to kind of cinch in a little bit. And I've been looking into some Amy Herzog books about waist shaping. So we might have to add that to some of my sweaters going forward. But I like that about this sweater. So that's why I decided I wanted to test knit it. It was my first time getting picked for a test knit. I have put in for other test knits, but I've never been picked. So, which is fine. I've only been knitting for about a year and a half. So yeah, let me see. So I'm using, it's a worsted weight. I'm using Cascade 220 in the color Chive, and it is this beautiful green color. That's not green, that's a piece of brown. So it's this beautiful green color. I love it. And then I'm gonna put gold buttons on it, which I'm just in love with the idea of. Anyways, so I have made significant progress on this. I have split 4 sleeves. Oh, look at that color. Oh my gosh. Raglan. It's beautiful. I don't know if my needles are long enough for me to like slip this on. Let's see. So it's, for me, it's gonna have about 11 inches of positive ease once I get the button band on. So it's gonna have 11 inches here. It's scrunched up a little bit on my needles, but not too bad. And then it is decreasing. So there's the bottom of this sweater. But so far I am here. I have about 2 more decreases, I think. And then it has a wide ribbing. So I am working right along on this. I started this on May 13th. So I've only been working on it for a couple of weeks. So it's just going really fast. A nice worsted weight. And I don't mind knitting with the wool and the heavy weight in the summer because I keep my house at the same temperature all year round. So it's just not one I'm going to take outside and work on. But it's great. I'm loving it. And I'm really excited to have that cardigan. So I'm really excited for that. All right, my other whip, I have 2 more. Let's talk about this one. This one I was just kind of playing. So I have been spinning yarn for 2 years now. So I got my first drop spindle 2 summers ago, and I've never made art yarn. It just hasn't been my thing. I've always made yarn, trying to make yarn that I can like knit with and like use for color work or make a hat or something out of, but I was like, I don't know, I just want to play. I want to try some new stuff out. So I made my first art yarn, and I'm knitting it into like an infinity scarf, and I don't have a pattern. I'm just playing. So here it is so far. So it's got like some beads in it, and you can see that it has some, come on, some chunky spots and some thinner spots. Yeah, so I'm just playing. And then I picked this Barocco Vintage Chunky, and I'm going to knit the rest of the loop. I think I'm going to twist it before I connect it, so it has like a nice little, so it'll have like this nice little pop of weird yarn, and then the rest of it will just be a white ribbed scarf. That's the idea. But I'm just kind of playing with that, so when I get tired of knitting on other things. So that is that. It's just for fun, just playing. I'm using an 11, US 11. Who knows, we're just playing. All right, and then my last whip. I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I have like a little knitting group that we're making like 4 things throughout the year together. And right now we're working on the Pearl Soho Simple Knit Tote. And this is made with cotton yarn, and yeah, so, and it's a linen stitch, so it has taken a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take, but I have finally finished the bag portion. Let's see that nice like tight linen stitch. When you, it's great because you can't like poke your finger through it. It makes a nice bag, but it took a while to knit. This is a free pattern that you can get off of Purl Soho's website. I did go rogue with this. So I was knitting along and knitting along and knitting along, and I was like, you know what I want in this bag? I want to be able to close it. So how can I put in a magnetic snap? So I did put in a magnetic snap. So what I did is I stopped knitting the linen stitch, changed to a smaller gauge needle. So I went from an 8 to a 5, and I knit just plain stockinette for an inch, and then I did a purl bump, 1 row of purl, and then back to stockinette for another inch, and then I folded it down right on that purl and 3 needle bind off with the base. So now I have like a double layer of the just knit, and that hides my snap that is trying to come out, but I still need to work with it a little bit. But anyways, so I can close it. Then I just picked up along those purl bumps that kind of are easy to see at on the top edge to start my strap. So yeah, so I'm working on the strap, and then it will be finished with the knitting portion. I think we're gonna go and learn how to put some embroidery on it. We're gonna take like a little class to embroider something on it. So I'm thinking of like some mushrooms or vegetation or something kind of down at the bottom. I thought would be cute. So we'll see what that brings, but I really like it. I'm happy with it. It took a little finagling, some thought to kind of doctor it to put in that snap, but I think it will be good. And this, did I say this is cotton yarn? I think it's Modern Cotton by Barocco as well, on a US 8 and a US 5, and I started it on April 16th. So this one is taking me longer than my sweaters. One, I really only worked on it for a while. I was only working on it during my son's basketball games, so that was one reason it was taking longer. And then it's just that linen stitch takes a long time to get any growth. But once you get the rhythm of it, it's really easy. You don't have to think about it. It was something I could definitely knit while watching his games and while doing something else. But all right, so that's all of my finished objects and whips. I am working on some sewing stuff this week, so maybe next time I'll have some sewing to show you. I'm not a big sewist. My mother-in-law is a wonderful seamstress, and so I like, but it hurts my back. I fell off a mountain when I was a kid and injured the lowest part of my back. And it wasn't like a huge fall, but I did like flip over and then land on my back. Like I said, I was a kid. They took x-rays like 12 years ago of my spine to see what was going on, and they were like, oh, it looks like you were like in a horrible car accident when you were about this age. And I was like, no, I was never in a car accident. It took me a minute to realize, oh, I bet that's when I fell down that mountain. So yeah, and so like sewing hurts my back. I actually started with a single treadle spinning wheel and that hurt my back. And so I switched and got a double treadle spinning wheel, and because I can sit more square to the spinning wheel, and I'm using both feet at the same time, like doing the same thing with both sides, I can spin like that doesn't hurt. So I don't sew a lot. So like yesterday I cut out the patterns. Today I'm cutting out the material. Tomorrow I'll probably start sewing, but it will take me a few days of like sewing for like an hour and then doing something else, because I just can't sew all day long. So yeah, sad. But I have one shirt that I want to cast on, so let me show you what I have for it. So I want to cast on the Ballard Tee by Sari Nordlund. And how pretty. So it has these cables and then some like ribbing, and it's just beautiful. And she's knit this with 100% cotton, which I have never done before. So hers is knit with We Are Knitters, the cotton, Peruvian Pima cotton, 100%. So I found Cascade Ultra Pima, so 100% Pima cotton by Cascade. And this beautiful color, I don't know that I have the color name, just the number, 3768. And it is this nice brown, warm brown color. I think it's beautiful. I'll see if I can. Come on. Anyways, it's this beautiful kind of coppery brown color. It looks way dark back there. So it is pretty. I love it. But it is 100% cotton, and we're gonna try it. So yeah, I'm way excited about that. I have it all here in the bag. I just need to do my swatch and then get started. So, but I have it all pulled out. I'm way excited. Yay! So we're gonna start that this week as well. I'm hoping, because I'm just working on that bag, that strap, a few inches a day, and I'll get through it. And then, yeah, then I'll just be down to my one whip. So we'll see. I might cast on something else. I usually have 3, which I guess I have 3 because of the scarf, but it's more just playing. So we'll see. We'll see what else ends up on the needles. As I said, my kids are done with school tomorrow and Friday, and well, today and tomorrow. I guess tomorrow is Friday. So they're done with school, and we'll see how the summer progresses, how much knitting time I get, how much I'm playing with them. So I was excited. I thought maybe the cotton for the shirt would be a good one to work on like outside, like when I'm at a splash pad or sitting outside. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm just not sure. And I've also heard that it's better to use bamboo needles with the cotton, but I don't have any. So we will see. If I can get Gage with my metal needles, I'll probably just use my metal needles. If not, I'll go find some bamboo needles. But I'm such a tight knitter that I've never really used bamboo or... But my Gage has been loosening up. I'm de-stressing, getting that... trying to relax, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I hope you guys have an awesome start to your summer or your fall if you're in the southern hemisphere, or winter, or wherever you are. I don't know. And yeah, that you guys find time to relax and to create. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!